Well, good Saturday morning, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland, Michigan. I, as always, hope your Saturday's off to a great start. So it is here, I hope. I think I had technical difficulties, but they seem to be straightened out. So you guys tell me, is there audio? Does the video look a little more clear, I suppose? I'm fuzzy, but the video should be all right. We just had kind of a treasure trove of technical difficulties for the past week or so, trying to narrow down what it was. We had the modem replaced here. Updated my laptop. The microphone wasn't working right, but I think it looks like it's working okay. Hopefully you guys were coming through loud and clear on this. We'll see what happens here. Fred on the backside, west side says all is good. Good to know. We're shooting for 1080 on the HD side of things this morning, and has been a while since I've had true 1080 because our speed has just been awful. I guess there's been some problems with the internet in and around Midland and the Tri-Cities. I was told, well, we saw some post yesterday that a tower or pole or something got hit by a utility and took out the internet to a good portion of Midland. And I was told from some semi-reliable sources that somewhere in the Tri-Cities, I don't know where, a farmer cut an underground main trunk line for the internet services for the area. So I don't know if that's true or not, but man, that would explain a little bit about all the things that have been going on. But we seem to be okay here. So some good mornings. We'll kick it out. Gary, good morning to you and yours. Glad you guys are watching today. Jennifer, good morning to you. And Fred, we heard from you, but good morning from Grand Rapids once again. And good to see you here. Betty in Toledo, sunny skies there. They are here today too, as well. Good to hear from you, Paul. Good morning from sunny Saginaw. It's a theme this morning. Pat's asking, where's the coffee? Can't help you there, sir. I'm this cheery without caffeine. Go figure. All right, Rick, also on the west side, another perfect day for spinning vinyl and getting outside and then coming back in and spinning vinyl and back and forth. Our good friend, Steve Carlson, another sunshiny day in Denver. And speaking of Steve, our good buddy, we are going to be doing the Two Guys Talking About Records podcast, and hopefully there will not be any technical difficulties this time around, Steve. I think I've got it ironed out, but for those of you who follow the podcast, first of all, thank you. We'll have a new episode going up tomorrow evening, and if all goes well. And I think we're asking the question, how many records are too many records? Answer, not. They're all good. So we'll go from there. But yeah, Steve, good to see you this morning, and make sure you check out the podcast. Links everywhere. It's on Spotify and it's on our YouTube channel, so we're good there. All right, let's see what else we've got going. Jeff saying good morning, coming through. It's back to my audio video question. And Chuck, see us tomorrow. Good job. And Barb, and let's see, Barb. Oh, cool. All the way from Indiana. Good morning to you guys, and thank you so much for checking us out here today. Another big thank you. Met some good folks from Lapeer over in the Thumb. They are the owners of Happy Days Records. They stopped by the store yesterday afternoon to check it out. So they're on a tour trying to fill up a map pinned with record stores around the state. They're trying to visit just about everything, and they're getting a good quantity in. And we were on their list to stop by yesterday. They hit a few up points north of here, and we were their last stop on the way out. But Happy Days Records and such over on Genesee in Lapeer. I've been to their store once, but it's a few years ago. I was talking to them yesterday, and they have moved since a little bit, like we did, kind of around the corner in another part of their same building. But good stuff, and they got a decent selection of records and more at Happy Days. So if you're over in Lapeer, check it out. And thank you guys also. They they brought in a bunch of swag here for the store, and I guess these are rings. I should put on a ring. That's different for me with these silicone rings. So we'll see what goes. Well, cool. Good to see you guys yesterday, and thank you so much for bopping in. Okay, so here we are, fast approaching. I can't even say the middle of September anymore because we're fast approaching the end of September. We're a week and a half out of that. And I think I mentioned this last week, and I'll mention it again because I am getting the questions. When does the record store day list come out, the Black Friday list? And that is going to be soon. Looking back at my old records from last year and the year before, tends to be the last week rather of September or the first week of October. So no telling when that's going to pop exactly, but I'm putting the finishing touches on our poster for the Black Friday. Yep, Katie's busy with school, so it falls upon me and my good friend AI to help out with the poster. Now, come on, I do have a degree in multimedia and communications, an advanced degree, mind you, in communications and multimedia. So I think I can handle. I'm just not an artiste of that nature. So the technology will help me through on that side of it. But yeah, we're putting the finishing touches on this year's poster for Black Friday, which means that it's forthcoming. It's on its way, and it's very shortly. So as soon as that list hits, you guys will be the second. No, I'll be the first. You guys will be the second. We'll post it up on our socials, and we'll get ourselves going from there. Let's see. Other quick news. The 45 goodness in the backside there continues to grow. I put out, and now they're filed, but I put out probably another 100 or so as well. So those are all sitting back there. One more good morning from TKR Video Central from Metro Boston. Good morning to you guys. Thanks for being here very much. Always fans of the video side of things as well. But yeah, we have, I've been on a mission of late, and I'll explain why here in a moment or two, but the 45s have been robustly restocked. Let's put it that way. And I have put out not one, but two freebie boxes of 45s. Have both been picked up. And most likely today, I'll have a third box of free 45s out sometime later today for anybody that wants just some stuff from there. Now, to that, I'm going to add that if anyone out there is interested in just some, I got to be honest, it's garbage vinyl that you could use for crafting purposes. You can play it if you want to, but I wouldn't. A, it's artists that are just there. The vinyl's not good. But let me know. Contact me here at the store if you're local. I mean, if you're not local, I don't want to ship garbage vinyl at the cost of more than it would take to there. But this is something we're doing to clean out. Now, the reason for all of this is because I am in the process of cleaning out our storage unit. Those of you who I've talked to personally about this know that we have a storage unit with a few thousand records tucked away. They're mostly dollar bin stuff and below. And by below, I mean probably not even good for our mystery bags, although some will find their way into there. But I'm on a mission because, quite frankly, the rent on my storage unit has been increasing steadily over the past year or so. And quite frankly, I don't want to pay to store dollar bin or less materials anymore. So I'm making room in our back rooms. I'm making room in the dollar rooms, and I'm making room for the freebies to head out there. So if anybody is on the hunt for craft vinyl, come see me, come call me, and we'll take care of you. But I hope to have that storage unit cleaned out. And there is some good stuff in there, don't mind you. But most of the time, whenever I would buy bigger collections over the past few years, the good stuff, of course, makes its way here to the store and then makes its way out to the shelves. The bad stuff stays in the storage unit, and I can no longer justify that. So contact me if you're looking. But again, on the short term, there'll be some free 45s going out. The other side of that is that the dollar den is getting a lot of stuff back there too. And I'm really not messing around anymore. I'm putting stuff back there that normally would have had a $2 or $3 price tag on it in some cases. It's just going back there because I've got too much to deal with. I sound like one of those crazy furniture store guys. Oh, there's deals are coming. We're giving them away. Hell, I heard of Winnebagos. We're giving away, if I could quote the tubes there. So anyway, stay tuned. We're going to continue that. I've got another week and a half to get that storage unit completely emptied, and I'm almost there, but very soon. Okay, onward. I have been rambling for too long here. Let's talk a little bit about the new releases in the store. We did not get many in the way of new releases this week. I had just a ton of orders, and thank you for those guys for picking them up. But I do have a few new ones in. We've got a couple copies of the brand new Katy Perry called 143 or 143 or 143, whatever you want to call it. She has talked about the significance of that number. I don't think she needs to play the lottery with it, but she sees that number everywhere. So this is the title of the brand new one, Katy Perry 143. This is on clear blue vinyl. This is the indie exclusive version, by the way. It's got alternative artwork from the other versions of that. Big reissue, the latest in the reissues from Fish, and this is the new version, which is a repress of an old version of Hoist. This is on what's being called laser beam vinyl. It's kind of a green and black. You see a couple of different colors swirling through there, vinyl-wise for Fish. One of these were opened for quality control purposes. I'll give a full review of this on the podcast with Steve, because this may or may not be added to the personal collection. But this is a great album from Fish, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But I do have, I think I've got one copy of this left in the store for the weekend. They've been hard to come by as far as the Fish reissues go. So if you need it, get it. I'll try to get more if we run out. Restocked again on the Smashing Pumpkins Greatest Hits. This is a great addition for lots of collections, because as we've talked about, the Smashing Pumpkins, even the reissues are tough to get a hold of at an affordable price. And what you have here in a double LP from the Pumpkins is pretty much all the music you need from them in one place. Still got a couple copies. Nope, I take that back. One copy left of the brand new one from David Gilmour, Luck and Strange. Great album. Go back in the podcast. Steve and I talked about this last week. I think it's a great album, and that I can get more of, I do believe, as well. Still have a couple copies of last week's reissue of Notorious B.I.G. Not reissue, the 50th anniversary, not 50th. What am I talking? 30th anniversary. Wow, how old am I? Notorious B.I.G.'s Breakthrough album, Ready to Die. So I've got a couple copies of that. And because we were in the mood on the restock front, I do have a copy of Dr. Dre Chronic and Beastie Boys. This one in particular, I'll spin mine today here at the store, just because we got this. And I think this one is on their red vinyl, or Fruit Punch, or what do they call vinyl from the Beastie Boys. Okay. Do not forget the new release show coming up a little bit later today. Next week's big releases include a Billy Strings. I'll talk a little bit more about that and on the upcoming release show later this afternoon. And we'll go from there. And somebody has a question here. When do the Rocktober releases come out? The first week the Wilco, the Rocktober releases, typically what Rhino would do would spread these out like they do in their January releases with the start of your year, where they would spread them out throughout the month in question. In this case, some releases the first week, some on the second Friday, typically Friday releases like the rest of them throughout the month of October. But what they've done this time is they're heavily stacking the majority, like 75% of the releases on the first week of October, the first Friday, and then none the second week, and then a few the third, and a few more in the fourth. And I don't know why they do that, other than to say that I think that they're just trying to hedge their bets in case there's a delay in shipping or pressing. At this point, if it's a delay in pressing, they're SOL. But just for whatever reason, they stack it heavy, and if they have to push back, they can still technically say it's an October release if it comes out a week or two after it was supposed to be released. So yeah, look for those. I'll do a mention on that, and I probably should do another separate one on the Rocktober releases. I think I will do that, guys. Thank you. Just to re-hedge and let everybody know, because you do need to pre-order those Rocktober releases. They go quick, and they're quality, for the most part, quality recordings on that. All right. Joe, our buddy on the backside, awesome sauce. That's the best kind of sauce to go on next to Carolina Gold, I would imagine. And yep, you're welcome. Stay tuned to our channel. I will do, at some point here, I will do a more particular thing on the Rocktober releases. Steve and I did talk about Rocktober a couple of episodes back in the podcast, so you can always go back and look for that one as well. All right, I think that is just about it. And wrap this up and get the turntable spinning and the doors opened up here at the store. We are at 716 George Street, just north of downtown Midland. Come by and see us. I do believe the antique show is going on this weekend on the north side of town. So, you know what? In my opinion, that's a great day to stay on the south side of town where we are. So, nothing against this. The traffic gets a little weird out there during the Antique Fest because people are so rabid about that. But yeah, stop in and see us here today, Saturday, the 21st of September, from now until 6 p.m. Tomorrow, Sunday, from 12 noon until 4 p.m. And then Monday and Tuesday, we're closed. That's my weekend off. I'm back at it on Wednesday. Stay tuned to the channel for all the goodness on the upcoming releases, the October releases, and the podcast with Steve Carlson. Two guys talking about records. This week, we will be talking about records because last week we didn't, and things went down on that. All right. You folks have a great weekend. Get outside, enjoy yourselves, come inside, get some vinyl. You know the drill. Thank you very much for watching. As always, you folks have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks again.